Welcome to the Security Guard Show with Shep and Pitt, where we share stories about our experiences in the security industry and provide tips that might help you in your career as a security professional. This show is sponsored by Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated. And now, let's start the show. Hey, welcome to the Security Guard Show. I'm Shep, and that other guy is?
I'm Pitt.
Pitt, where is your patch, man? You're always holding the patch.
But you normally put it out for me.
Oh, you know what? I cleaned off my desk. I can't say I cleaned off my desk, but I kind of straightened up my desk earlier. And so
we are patchless.
The other patches are over there. Excuse me. But anyway, welcome to the Security Guard Show with Shep and Pitt. And Pitt is looking for his patch so that he can.
My bad, folks.
There you go.
Again. There we go.
The ESCT patch. So tonight's show is called Whatever, Whenever.
Fair enough. It fits the weather.
Well, yeah. I mean, the weather we have had here in Rochester, New York, has been rainy, and it's raining. Is it raining? Was it raining when you came in?
Yeah.
I heard the thunder.
Yeah, it was raining. Light rain, but it was raining.
Yeah. So I mean, we have dealt. I mean, Saturday it rained all day, literally.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Not so much Sunday. Not as much Sunday, but Saturday.
Did it rain Friday too?
It rained Friday night, but Saturday, it rained from the time the sun went up to the time the sun came down.
There's a lot of things flooding around here, so.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I think somebody said
Ellison Park?
3 inches of rain. No, I haven't been to Ellison Park. What?
Ellison Pool?
Ellison Pool? Yeah. So tonight, you know, I don't think we had anything to zero in on tonight. I did originally, but my day was I was so busy with some other things today, and so I didn't get a chance to really prepare what I wanted to talk about. So
young man's not used to being out in the sun.
Say again?
I said the young man's not used to being out in the sun.
No, the old man was out in the sun too long. So, you know, whatever, whenever. So, you know, we talk about our industry experience here and our company. Our company is Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated, where we do all the above. We investigate things. We consult on things. We protect things. We secure things. We detect, deter, and report about things.
Right.
And we train people how to do those things.
and how to do life-saving skills.
Yeah, first aid, CPR, all that. So listen, if you're interested in becoming a security guard, make sure you hit us up, Enterprise Security Consulting and Training. Check out our website at www.esctroc.com, and you can find out more information about our company and what we do here in Rochester, New York. We actually have a class coming up this Saturday for anyone who needs their 8-hour annual refresher training course. We have a class coming up this Saturday. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you go to our website and register, www.esctroc.com. Now, we also have something else coming up tomorrow. We're having a meeting here, right? So if you're interested in working security, so I'll put it like this. Let me stop saying so. We are providing security services for some major events. I'll put it like that. And we need some bodies. And if you
more than just bodies.
Let me reframe that, because I think we talked about that before.
Yes, we did talk
we don't
about
want
before.
just bodies. We need some individuals who, number one, want to work, who, number two, come with a little bit of experience, right? Or willing to learn.
There you go.
Willing to learn. Got to be willing to learn. So if you're interested in this, you got to come to our office tomorrow at 875 East Main Street, Suite 500. Now, here's what I need for you to do.
6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock p.m. But here's what I need for you to do first. I need for you to email us and let us know that you're coming. So the email address is admin, ADMIN, ESCTROC.com. And all you got to do is say, I'll be there. That's all you got to do. So at least we know how many people to prepare for. And maybe we might have a little goodies for you. I don't know, maybe some donut holes or something. But anyway, but we literally want to know how many people are going to come. So make sure you email us, admin@esctroc.com, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you.
Actually, they can text me.
Well,
I'll put my number out there, or you can text me at 585-415-3061. That's 585-415-3061. I've had the same number since '96, so it's out there.
Amen. And so Jay Clark said he'll be there tomorrow, so we're looking forward to seeing you.
All right, Jay.
And so you can inbox me directly. Also, you can inbox me directly. I'm not going to be taking phone calls because the phone will be ringing off the hook, and then I won't be answering you. You'll be mad because I didn't answer you. So I'm just being upfront.
Oh well, you have to text me because I don't answer numbers I don't know.
Right. So text
collectors and everything, spam callers and all that. I don't.
You know what? We need the investigation we really need to be doing is who in the world keeps making these doggone car warranty phone calls.
Or the Social Security one.
I haven't gotten that one.
From the Social Security Administration has flagged your account. So you
That
have to call this number.
That one I didn't get.
I call them. I call them and act a fool.
So my wife will answer the phone sometime, and she'll be like, "Hello, okay, so how can I help you?" And I'm like, "Hang the phone up." Shout out to my wife Lakeisha, love you, girl. And but yeah, this the whatever whenever show. One of the things I was thinking about as I came up with this topic was where do we do security at? Over your years in the industry,
man,
was there any place that you wouldn't work?
Again, there was a bar I worked at on Joseph Avenue. It was like police didn't come in there by themselves. I had patted a guy down. I got into a altercation with a guy. Remember I had the tail?
Yeah.
Kid pulled off the tail. I jumped on him. His friends jumped on me, and this guy pulled out a gun and fired into the roof. And I had patted him down already, so I don't know where the gun was, but it was that kind of spot. He was trying to help me out.
So my experience, like I refuse to work reggae shows, and not because they were violent, right?
The weed.
It was the weed, and everything. This was just my experience. I don't know about anybody else who works in this industry or has been working, but my experience has always been at a reggae event, you won't have any problems until you tell somebody that they can't smoke weed. That's when your problems come. And I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I got to a point where I refuse to work reggae events, man. I just wouldn't do it anymore. But generally, I would work any place else. I would go wherever, whenever somebody called.
I know a lot of times, because a lot of places I did pat down, I'm pretty good at that. I would shy away from reggae shows and Dominican shows because they don't like to be touched. They don't like to be told what to do. So there was always multiple confrontations at the doorway over, the same thing that you saw two guys in front of you had to go through, you have to go through, but
right.
You feel you don't have to go through it.
Man, having been in this industry as long as we have, I feel like we've reached a point where we really can pick and choose what we want to work.
Oh yeah.
I
definitely do.
Because if there's So now I remember what I kind of want to talk about tonight, which was all money ain't good money.
That's a good one.
All money is not good money.
Yet.
Well, this is tonight. This is what the night show was supposed to be.
Got to that, but okay.
You know, so today, you know, I see people, you know, ripping and running, and you and I before the show. Let me stop for a moment. We apologize for the show being so late tonight because we had some other things going on today. I'm not gonna blame it all on Pitt tonight because, you know, I just got in the office not long ago, you know, after a long day. But anyway, all money's not good money. And you and I were talking just before we started the show about a particular contract that we were looking at. And after going back and thinking about it further and some of the dynamics of it, I'm like, all money ain't good money. I don't need to go for everything, you know. And so I see people, you know, there's other folks out here, you know, who are, you know, running after contracts, trying to get work, so on and so forth, and they're running after any and everything. But when you look back at some of this stuff, it's really not. It might not really be worth the money that you're earning because the money is really not enough to cover, you know, all your expenses. And don't let somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? Or even yourself, you get hurt. It turns out to not be worth it. So, you know, I'm not.
There's always in front of the curtain and behind the curtain.
Right. You know, and
they have to match up. If they don't match up, then it's not worth it.
Definitely. So, you know, I've determined that I don't have to go wherever, whenever. But what I will say, for Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated, we are, what I would like to say, worldwide deployable.
Yes.
And what that means is, if the funding is there, we will travel.
Right.
You know, there used to, you know, so I'm a fan of old westerns, and there's one western I watch all the time. I usually watch it on Saturdays. Have Gun Will Travel. I'm on my way, right? And so, you know, sometimes I think, you know, people are looking for hired guns, so to speak, and so they bring in folks to help them do whatever it is that they're trying to do.
You can't really put a price on peace of mind. So people get people that aren't necessarily local, but they pay for peace of mind.
Right.
In this business, people pay for peace of mind.
Right.
That's one of the things security does. It gives you peace of mind, where you can sleep at night knowing that your property or your business or whatever is enthusiastically protected.
Yeah. You know, and I think the way we approach things, I like what you said, enthusiastically protected. I think we take an approach that the sites that we secure, we kind of take a level of ownership in those sites.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really the only way to do a really good job.
Right.
It's got to be, you know, like I work for the school district, and, you know, I tell parents, okay, you have the kid, I got a whole building full of kids.
Right.
You know, and they're my kids. That I am responsible for them the 8 hours that they're there, so I will treat them like my kids.
Well, there's something called in loco parentis, and what that means, it's Latin for in the absence of the parent, we become that child's parent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. And even, you know, when we're talking about physical plant protection, you know, in the absence of the owner or the manager or whatever, we become that manager. You know, there was a situation at one of our sites last week, and an individual was not getting the answers that he wanted from the folks who were there, and I stood there just kind of watching for a little bit, and after I had determined that, okay, this has gone on long enough, I stepped up and I said, well, excuse me, sir, here's the deal. And, well, who are you? Well, I'm the director of security here, and this is how we're gonna. I want to speak to a manager. I am the only manager here at this time, and so here's how we're going to deal with this situation moving forward. Now, if you'd like to take up your grievance with a manager in the morning, you are more than welcome to do that. But here's how we're going to deal with the situation tonight. And he looks at me, and I guess it kind of, he kind of totaled it all up in his mind. Okay, I can go toe to toe with this dude, or I can just go on about my business. And he made a good decision, which was to go on about his business, And not that I'm sitting here saying, I'm some kind of tough guy or whatever. What I'm saying is I stepped up and became that manager, even though I'm a contractor, I'm a vendor for that site. And so, we take up a certain level of ownership in the sites that we go to. And this is the way I think it should be across the board. Now, I don't know, some of the other companies what their philosophy is on that or this, but I feel like people are paying us to be them, to be their eyes, to be their ears, to save them some trouble, so to speak. And so that's why we have to take up that level of ownership.
I agree.
So again, we want to let you know Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated is located at 875 East Main Street here in the city of Rochester, New York, Suite 500. And we are available to perform security guard patrol services. We conduct investigations. We conduct training. Check us out. Give us a call, 585-484-7745. Do you have a cheating spouse? Are you feeling suspicious? Well, let us go check it out for you. We'll let you know. We'll look into it, see what's going on, But what I like most about our company, particularly in some of the folks that we've hired in the past week or two, right? They have that whatever, whenever mentality. It's like, wherever you send me, I'm happy. Yeah. I'm not going to mention his name, but we have one of those. One of those people who just
big-eyed, enthusiastic.
Yeah. Just wide-eyed and ready to go anywhere, anytime. So here's the funny thing, right? So I called him up the other morning after he did a 12-hour shift. Or was it a 12-hour shift? I think it was a 12-hour shift. No, it might have been a 6-hour. I forget. Whatever the case may be. I called him up the other morning, right? After when he should be asleep. And he worked all night. And I said, hey man, I didn't mean to wake you up. Oh man, I can't sleep. I'm wide awake. You got some place you want me to go? Oh my God. Nah, man, you get you some rest. But we've made a couple of good choices, in our hiring decisions, and they have that whatever, whenever mentality.
Sounds like a young me.
Would you say sound like a young you?
Sound like a young me.
Well, I don't know. All I know is the brother is doing everything he can to to show that he really wants to work. And I'm gonna say this real quick for all of you who are happy right now not working. September's coming soon.
Yeah, and if I called you for an interview, don't call back. Don't call back. We don't need you. We don't want you.
I hate to put it like that, but I don't know. Maybe I better leave that one alone. No, we talking about whatever, whenever. But right. So is this? We had a bunch of applications come in. We set up I don't know how many interviews.
16 interviews.
All right, and out of 16 interviews,
4.
We actually had 4 people show up to the interview.
Yep.
Right? Well,
5 and he couldn't find.
Well, no, I don't trust that one.
He was here.
Yeah, he said he was here. He just couldn't figure out how to get to the 5th floor.
Which
5. So we'll give him a pass. right? But what we're saying is, folks say they want to work, but then they don't show up. You know,
I don't get it.
When we talk about whatever, whenever, listen, you got to first show up for the interview. You know, and then we can send you out to a site. We could really use you and put you to work. What you think?
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta make it.
You just got to make it there. You definitely got to make it there.
And at least be on your P's and Q's and not crazy or look crazy or crazy.
And you can't look like whatever, whenever.
Yeah,
right? You know, because we see that sometimes, occasionally. You and I were just talking about that not long ago, right?
Yep.
Capone, what's up, brother?
Hey, Capone.
Capone was with us back in the day when we were on the mobile unit. That was the true A-team, man. Talk about whatever, whenever. Yo.
Yeah, that was definitely
the true A-team. Looked like we got a little bit of lag going on, but nah, there we go. We back up. But yeah, Capone, man, you got to come and hang out with us sometime. But you know, talk about that. You know, the mobile unit, the cohesion of the mobile unit. I mean, we were literally that team that would go to whatever site, and we would go whenever they needed us. Sometimes we went before they even called.
It wasn't ESP. It was just
it was just what we do, right? What we did at the time. I miss those days, man. I miss those days. So you know, we have been in the business of people security, physical plant security. I mean, we have been in the business of protecting assets for a number of years. I know that we have some viewers who are also have been in the industry for some period of time. And you know what, Pitt? I'm going to take a moment to shout out our homie, Mike McFarley.
Mike.
From First Choice Security. I know Mike's been out here a long time and you know, trying to do the thing. He's still out here. And so if you need your fingerprints done, go see First Choice Security because he does fingerprints. And I'll take a shout out at Christopher Bear Brown, Bear from Feel Safe VIP. Now that's a brother. Talk about whatever, whenever. I see some of his Facebook posts. He look like he all over the states. You know, folk calling for him to come. That's what's up. You know, so there's a few of us that's been out here for some period of time. You know, that have really been putting in that work, and those are just a couple of people that I named. I'm sure there's many others. Vince McIntyre from Director of Security for the City of Rochester. That brother's been out here for a long time doing what he does.
Looking good doing it.
And you know what? Got the nerve to be posted on Facebook, call himself The Voice. What's up with that?
I didn't see that.
He do got one of them voices that when you
radio
hear
voice.
Yeah, radio voice, you know.
Put you to sleep.
I won't say put you to sleep, but he got that voice that, you know, it's built for radio. It's like you gonna run into this dude, he gonna look like yeah, right. Who else can you think of? Go whatever. Go to whatever, whenever.
That you would know, or in general?
In general.
Scott Verkus. Big
Scott Verkus. Yeah. That's a brother. Now he's been around for a long time and be everywhere too.
And played pro football.
Yeah, didn't he play for the Bills or something?
The Bills. He actually played for a couple teams.
Okay.
Yeah, he played for the Bills.
Okay.
Mark Hickey. Been at it a long time.
Did I like Mark though? Yeah, Mark was cool.
Yeah.
Mark was cool when I was at Liquid back then. Who else? Some that are still in it. Well, okay, so let's go somebody who might be out of it. I know one person. I don't know if she watching, but Coco. Coco was out there.
That girl could never be replaced.
I remember when Coco came to the city school district and was working as a school sentry. And well, it was a different Coco, because you know there were two Cocos.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there were 2 Cocos, and the one Coco was heavier, and then the second Coco was lighter, but she was still, I think she was still hell on wheels to deal with, man.
I was talking about the second Coco.
Well, the first one was tough.
I never met the first one. The second one though, she worked for me a couple of places when we were doing security, and she was just awesome. Like, they had a fight, guy took his shirt off, and he won his money at the end of the night. He put his money on the floor and said, "Take it." Take it.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he wouldn't take it because he was smart.
You know what? We had to dedicate one of our shows to females who really put it down, working security. You know, back in the day, one female it was a couple. So I don't know if you remember Phyllis. If you knew Phyllis.
Why does that sound familiar?
Phyllis Conyers. She used to work at War Memorial. She worked a lot of different places. And I can't remember what her regular job was, but Phyllis was, and she's doing security down in Atlanta now. And she's been down there for some years. But Phyllis was like, I met Phyllis when I was working at Club La Freak way back in the day.
For all you old folks.
Oh, man. Yeah, for all you
young cats
folks.
have no idea what that is.
And so Phyllis and I was working at Club La Freak together. And then we went, we were working at Warren. So we worked that circuit. I tell you what, Carol Chapman, or Margaret Chapman, I always call her Carol. Carol worked with us at the War Memorial, and other places. And Carol's still out there. I don't know if she's still registered to do security. I'm not sure if she's actually doing security anymore, but I know she works at the auditorium and she works at the War Memorial. Who else? I'm trying to think of other females. Carol's daughter, Abby, she worked security with us for a long time. Now she's working at Frontier Field, But I know there's other names. Please don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my mind. But there were a lot of females, males that just really worked to establish.
People that you could depend on.
Yeah, you could depend on, man. You didn't have to worry about if they had your back or not. They were there. You know what I'm saying? I think about, I think about Uncle Dino Page. I miss Dino. Dino was the guy, right? This tall, lumbering guy. He kind of reminded me of Andre the Giant, but
In a black form?
yeah, and without the French. And well, he spoke a different kind of French though. And he would tell you, "I love you, but I don't love you like that." And I remember working those basketball games and football games, especially the basketball games at the War Memorial. Dino was the guy. And then I got to go back. You got to mention Ron. You can't mention Dino without mentioning Ron. I go back to Roman, another guy who, talk about whatever, whenever. The Oliviers, Clifton Olivier, and I can't think of his brother's name. It'll come to me when I'm not on the show.
Were they twins or something?
No, they weren't twins, but back in the day when I was a kid going to concerts, we used to call them the Tight Shoe Crew, because them brothers, they some kind of kung fu or whatever. I can't think of some of these brothers' names. Oh, you know who I got to mention? Derek. Remember Derek? Derek used to work Seabreeze.
Dark skin?
Yeah, I can't think of Derek's last name. Yeah, real good dude. Now I gotta look him up now, because I can't think of his last name, and I'm sure that's not it. But anyway, it's gonna come to me again. But Derek was, a dude who was out there, man, putting it down. And Derek worked for BNR Productions, Bobby Warren.
Right.
And then he was doing Memorial, he was doing all, and I'm like, how did Derek get that job? I want to do a job like Derek do,
Because he looks the part.
He looks the bit, and not only just look the part, he know his stuff.
Yeah.
There's just some people out here, when we talk about whatever, whenever, they know their stuff. and they know how to secure a concert venue. They know how to secure, a school. They just know their stuff, and I hope one day, Pitt, that somebody will remember us and say we knew our stuff.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice. If you don't do it now, maybe in 20, 30 years, maybe you'll
one day, make that legendary status.
Yeah. But I just think about all the people that I've worked with over the years. I'm who I'm gonna shout out? A friend of mine. When I came home from the Army, and it was a couple of years after I came home from the Army, but my first security job here in Rochester was at Club La Freak. And my friend, who we became friends after he hired me, Dennis Robinson. And I don't know if you know Dennis, Big Dennis, but Dennis, we got a running joke. We monkey paws, right? Because Dennis is this big dude, and he always talking about knocking somebody out like this, with the fist, and but one night we were at Club La Freak, and there used to be this group, this local R&B group called Before and After, and they were all at this. The group members were all at Club La Freak that night for whatever reason, and a fight broke out, and folks was grabbing each other, and they was hitting and all kinds of stuff. So this one dude, I don't know what he was thinking, but I don't know if he hit Dennis or he was about to hit Dennis. And Dennis turned around and just jacked homeboy up like, you see this stuff on TV, had him up on the wall, and the dude, his feet was dangling like this. I mean, I had never seen that in real life, but Dennis had that dude up on the wall, and I'm like, golly, I don't never want to get a fight with you, because back then, I was just beginning to pick up weight, right? So I wasn't no small dude, but I wasn't no big dude either, and I'm like, dang, Dennis that dude is huge, but he saw, actually his cousin talked him into hiring me. It was funny.
What's the name from Silverbacks like that?
Who? Coley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coley's a monster.
See, I don't know him very well, but yeah, he. I don't know him at all, really. I've seen him a couple times. I think somebody introduced me to him.
Just what he looks like.
A monster.
A monster? Yes. I mean, not in an ugly way, just like just do not want to mess with.
You don't want to mess with.
Don't let the smile fool you.
No, you know who else? Paul Hargrove.
Oh yeah.
Paul Hargrove don't look like that dude,
but he is.
But. I'm just talking about whatever type of people, folks who, when it comes to watching your back, they got your back. And I gotta shout out our boy Capone. Capone, I had a couple incidents back in East High School days. Capone was on it, boy. So I mean, we've established good relationships over the years, man, and
We're blessed to work with some good people.
Yeah. I mean, I think you were right. We're blessed to have been able to work with some good people. And then last but not least, I'm gonna shout out my homie who's sitting right across from me, Big Pitt.
Oh.
Because you remember we showed up at East High School one day. We were on the mobile unit, and all hell was breaking loose.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like...
Wait, which time?
Well, yeah, we had a couple of those. But I mean, it was one time when it was like so much chaos. And we were trying, and it was doing, a lunch period was going on or just ending or something. And we just kind of like walked into it. And I mean, the stuff hit the fan. And I remember seeing you grabbing a dude, a kid, and he was trying to fight, and you just walking him to an administrator's office, and I think somebody tried to jump on my back or do something to me, and you got that.
Wasn't that the race thing? Black and Puerto Rican were fighting.
It was. I forgot about that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and that was a big. That was. I mean, we dealt with some stuff, man, and just the mobile unit stuff that we did alone. I love that team, man. To be in the job that I'm in now, I love my job. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to do anything, just had to do it, I would go back to that time when the mobile units were just established and before the changes came to our unit. And I would definitely go back to that time, man. It was
fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I think we got a lot of work done.
I think we did.
I still have a voicemail from a parent that thanked us for the work that we did with her son. I don't think you were on the team at the time. It was we got the changes, but just the impact that we had with that, and I still keep up with that family, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
And the kid is grown. He's grown up now. I think he's like 21, 22 years old. But I mean, the impact that we had on that team, that was the whatever whenever crew. And so I miss it. I love what we did. Oh, who we didn't shout out? Face. Miguel was the dude. And you couldn't sleep on him either. Now I seen him yoke. I saw him yoke somebody. He always introduced himself with a smile and a handshake. But boy.
So we didn't plan to both wearing blue. It's just great minds think alike.
True that.
So if anybody's like, oh, they're both wearing blue.
Right.
Great minds think alike.
Well, we have reached our time. Well, we've been over our time for the last 8 minutes now.
Oh.
But, this was not quite the show that I had planned, but
still relaxing.
it's still, it's still pretty cool. So next week we'll be back for the Security Guard show, and we'll try to be on time. We try to do this at 7:00 p.m. On Tuesday nights. Make sure you click like and subscribe on YouTube, or share on Facebook. Let somebody know. And if you have a show topic, if you got a show topic or you got a question, make sure you put them in, and we try to answer them to the best of our ability. Don't forget, tomorrow evening is our event staff meeting. So if you're interested, no, Thursday. I'm a day.
Thursday.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thursday evening.
When you said it, I'm like, okay.
Did I say that early? I said.
Yeah. She said tomorrow,
Oh.
and I'm like, why does that not? And then I went with it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, why does that not sound right? Why does it not sound right?
You know what?
Thursday.
I may have to. You know what I might have to do?
What?
And I was thinking we might have to. Well, I don't want to do 2 days. I can't do 2 days. But listen. So just so we're clear, and if you inboxed me already,
you know what? You told people to inbox you. So
yeah. So
if they inbox, then we'll come here and we'll meet them. If not, it's Thursday.
I'll be here at 6:00 anyway. Okay. So if you come, we'll meet with you. But our intent is really to meet with a group at
Thursday.
On Thursday
at
6:00 because there's information that we want to put out to people, have people do paperwork, so on and so forth. So again, Thursday evening, 6:00 p.m. event staff meeting. If you intend to come, make sure you email us at admin at esctroc.com. And just say I'll be there, or you can inbox me directly. You can inbox Big Pit,
or you can text me at 585-415-3061. That's 585-415-3061.
Also, don't forget, if you're in need of your 8-hour annual refresher course, Make sure you go to our website, www.esctroc.com. We have a class coming up this Saturday. You don't want to miss out. And with that, we're going to say take care and be blessed, and
Always be safe.
always be safe. Again, be blessed, and we'll be here for you next week.